Working out is a test of will. Can you push yourself harder? Can you get the last rep? Can you shave another second off the sprint? Can you lift a little bit heavier? And that test of will starts before the workout starts. It starts when the alarm goes off. Can you get out of bed in the morning? These are all little tests of discipline and of will. And discipline begets more discipline. The stronger you get, the stronger you get. And physical will that it takes to get through these workouts, that it takes to get out of bed in the morning, that carries over to mental will. So you can eat better food, so you can get work done, so you can control your temper, so you can create things and improve things, and you can be better. And then the discipline eventually becomes a form of freedom. And most importantly, this is available to anybody. That life that you want is out there. And it might be a few years in the future, but it's there and you can get to it. And the path getting there starts early in the morning and it ends late at night, and it requires sacrifice and discipline, and it requires force of will, and that comes at 4:30 in the morning when the alarm goes off. That's when it comes. So get up and go get it. Because there's people in the world that have skills and strength and talent that I will never have. I won't. I mean, some of these notions that you can be whatever you want to be as long as you want it bad enough, those are not true. They're fairy tales. We all have limitations. And I don't have the right genes to be an Olympic weightlifting champion. I don't have the right genetics to be an Olympic champion sprinter or a gymnast or whatever sport you want to name. Now, sure, if I trained my whole life, perhaps I could have achieved some high level in those sports, but I can tell you I do not have the DNA to be the best in the world in those categories. So, what does that mean? Does that mean that I give up? Does that mean that I quit? Of course not. Not at all. It means that I'm gonna try to be the best that I can be. The strongest, the fastest, the smartest. The smartest human that I can become. That's what I'm gonna go for. And I will compare myself to others and look at them and see what they're doing, and I'll say that it is possible. How close can I get to that greatness? How close can I get to that glory? But the reality is that my glory, it doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium. It doesn't happen on a stage. There's no medals handed out. My glory happens in the darkness of the early morning, in solitude, alone, where I try. And I try, and I try again to be everything that I possibly can be. The best that I possibly can be. Better than I was yesterday. And better than other people thought I could be. Faster and stronger and smarter, and with one victory that no one can ever take away from me. A victory that is earned every single day. a victory of determination and will and discipline, and a victory that is achieved because I will not stop. There's so much knowledge out there, so much information, so many ways to get better, and we make so many mistakes. We're the product of our mistakes, and oftentimes the lesson is sitting there right in front of our face. It's there to be learned, but we miss it, or we don't pay attention to it, or we think we know better until it punches us in the face. And the most important thing to learn is that we have so much to learn. We all do. And we can learn from school and from people and from experience, and we learn from life. But you have to process the information. You have to absorb it. You have to accept it. You have to open your mind. You gotta free your mind so that you can learn and make real progress. And as far as regrets and things I wish I would have done differently, of course. Hindsight is 2020, and looking back, of course, who wouldn't want to take another go at something and improve on the first try by doing it again? And then why not do it again and again and again, and why not just do it over and over again until you have it perfect? But the fact is, you don't get that chance. You get one shot at this gig right here. Life. One life. That's all you've got. And regret, in and of itself, it's worthless. It does nothing for you. In fact, the only valuable thing in regret is the lesson you learned, the knowledge that you gained. But walking around filled with regret gets you nothing. So, learn and move on. Don't let regret beat you down. Don't be a slave to regret. No. Let it teach you. Let it make you better. Let the fear of regret fuel you to take action today, now. To take action now to become a better person. Not filled with regret, but filled with knowledge. Filled with knowledge and strength and power, and filled with life. It can be pretty easy to focus on the battle. Front of your face, and when you're doing that, sometimes you can lose track of the long-term goal. But I want to have that that long-term goal so embedded in my mind that I never lose sight of it. Ever. And those little tasks and projects and short-term goals that you tackle, they need to lead toward that strategic victory. Winning the long war. And we get very caught up in instant gratification. We want results now. We want the shortcut to the winner's podium. And sometimes, when we don't get that short-term glory that we want, we lose track of those long-term goals. And you look up up in 6 weeks or in 6 months or in 6 years, and you've made no progress. None. You never moved. You might even be further from your goal than you were. Why? Why did you let that happen? It's because you lost sight of that long-term goal. And at some point, after you lose sight of that goal and years have gone by, you think to yourself, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't do it. And so you give up. And you let it fade. And you settle. You settle for mediocrity. You settle for average. You settle for, oh well. But no. Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it and write about it and talk about it and hang it up on your wall. But most important, do something about it. Do something about it every day. Do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps the goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it. Do it. Do that little piece. Make it happen. Because that goal isn't going to achieve itself. It's all on you.